masculine men go through challenge in their lives and start to develop a different relationship to what it means. They may be shot down by fear. They may never know what it feels like to be comfortable. But this is truly, truly the joy of being masculine. All right, that's enough. All right, really quick. Oh, I slipped. I slipped, okay. I wanted to say hello to you. You look amazing to me.
Thanks.
You do. Where are you going?
Cookie, come to Cookie.
Come to Cookie?
Come to Cookie.
Yeah, but I have to go somewhere right now. Just stop for a moment. I know. You're going to Cookie now? But it's what time is it?
It's only early, but we're going to Cookie now.
Are you alcoholics?
No. No, but it's our day off tomorrow. Wait, we have the day off, so we're like, fuck it, let's go
You're
out.
like, fuck it. Let's go out and let's get drunk at this early time.
Who cares? Yeah.
You look very Persian.
Do I? Thank you.
Are you?
No.
What are you?
Try. I'm Aussie, English, African, and Indian.
All those things.
Indian.
Oh, so anyway, who are you? I'm Anthony.
Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Do you like me?
Do I like you?
Yeah.
I just met you.
I know, but you're just laughing so hard.
No, you're nice.
What's nice about me?
The fact that you stopped me.
Ah, that's the worst.
That was so nice.
It's the fact that you just stopped me that you're just so nice. I said, what's nice about me? You said the fact that I stopped you. Oh, you like me. She loves me. She loves me. I can feel it.
We're going to Cookie. We'll see you later, yeah?
Before you go, tell me something about you before you go.
I'm a flight attendant.
And are you the flight attendant that has people like me on your plane?
No.
Who's in love with you?
No.
Really?
Yes.
I love you. That's why I have your hand. Before you go, because you're trying to she's trying to save you. She's trying to save you.
Funny.
I know. All right, I know you guys are going out for the night and you're having a good time.
Meet us at Cookie if you want.
All right, I'm gonna get your number, okay?
I don't give out my numbers.
Why not?
Because I just don't. Your number. Yeah, give me your number. And
Why do girls do this to guys? Do you think that work?
If I meet you at Cookie, then it's meant to be. That's how I am.
Let's do it this way. I'll get your number and I'll text you, okay?
No. I don't give out my number.
You don't?
Yeah, I've had bad experiences.
Oh, do you think I'm gonna text you a lot?
No, but I'm just saying, like, I just don't give out my number.
How old?
You come to Cookie,
No. How old are you?
19.
That's why. Yeah, that's why. It's because you're 19 and you think that every guy that you give your number out to is you're gonna have a bad experience with him.
If you come to Cookie, then I'll give you my number.
Oh, that's the worst. Then I might as well just go with you now.
No, you can't just come with me now.
No, because you just tried. She just, you know it's crazy. It's because you just wanted me to leave, and you want to just leave it on this really ambiguous thing.
No, I'm like a person who, like, if things are meant to be, then they're meant to be. So if I see you out, then that's meant to be. Then...
You just invited me to Cookie. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know that. But if you come
okay.
like, I didn't expect you to come right now.
Your name is Ashley, right?
Yeah.
Ashley, do you know that I actually want to get to know you?
No, but if...
Like I'm coming with you right now because I actually... No,
come later. We're having a girls' night.
That's the worst.
Start of a girls' night.
It is?
Come later.
Okay. You're giving me too much shit, and I want to get to know you, and you're making it very difficult. Do you know that?
I'm a difficult person.
Well, you're being difficult. You actually can be less difficult because the man actually likes you.
Mhm.
I actually like you.
Mhm.
Like, want to get to know you. That's what that means. She said yes. She didn't. What would you like for me to do?
Nothing. I'm just saying.
You're going right in here. I mean, I could just make a little right turn too.
I don't even know where I'm going at the moment. Aren't you meant to be out with your friends or something?
Change numbers, then I'm not gonna.
I'll get your number and then I'll text.
All right, let me put it in your phone and I'm gonna call myself.
No! Just give me your number and then I'll
you're
text
playing
you.
games. This is gonna make me walk away. Let's do it. I'm gonna get your number.
No!
Because you're playing games, Ashley, and I actually want to go.
I'm not playing games.
You are.
I don't give out my number.
You don't? Today will be your first day. It'll be your first day.
I'm not giving you my number. Just come to me later or whatever.
What is her number?
I don't know her number.
Ashley, let's do this. Let's not play this silly game of, oh, just see you later if it meant to be. Do you know it's so many people in this city? Are you kidding?
I'm gonna be over there.
Yeah, let her deal with it. Yes, Ashley. Now it's just me and you.
Yeah.
All right, this is perfect. All right, let's do it.
No, I don't give out my number. It's just like a thing that I do.
What is the reason behind it?
Because I've had like a really bad experience.
The one?
Like, yeah, one, but still.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just one. Honestly, what do you think about me?
We're here.
What do you think of? Focus for a moment. What do you think about me?
You're cute.
No, that's not.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah, forget about the cute part. Me as a person.
Very persistent.
Yes, I am. Do you think I would be persistent if I didn't want to get to know you? Do you think so? So that means that.
Fine, you can have my number.
Oh my God, you shattered your phone. That's insane.
See, that's the sign.
That is insane.
Well, I'm just gonna have to get it fixed. I need to go right now. I'm like, semi-crazy. Yes, we can. All right.
This is it, right? Did you just shatter your phone for real?
Yes.
Oh my
I've
God.
started to like not
That's the
broken
worst
the
part.
longer.
That's the worst part. You know why? Because it's right at the time where I just persisted and did all this work.
Does my camera work?
There I am.
There you go.
You have a number now. Can we go inside?
Yes, you can. You don't. Don't worry. I persisted for a good reason. You're like, can we go inside now?
I want to go inside a party.
You want to get a drink, don't you?
Yes.
She wants to
Yes.
get a drink. She does. Ashley, somehow I made it through all your fucking bullshit, but I'm glad I did though.
All right.
Come here. Yeah, indeed. All right, I'll text you.
Okay. Siani.
Something you guys need to understand is, if you are a man and you have a masculine essence, like I believe you do, you will always desire for a challenge. You always want challenge. You will always have some sort of challenge in your life that you're wanting to get through. And it's only inevitable that if you are a man with the masculine essence, that challenge will come your way. The reason why is because challenge is a part of bringing out the best in you. And if it wasn't for challenge, then you wouldn't be the man you are right now, or the man you are. One of the things I love about challenge is it really tests you. You know, challenge is the thing that allows a man to be able to see how is he in reflection to the thing that he's challenged by. And all it is a reflection of his own character, his own personality, and the things that come up along the way allows him to see insights into himself. So if it really wasn't for challenge, men would actually give up on life. Challenge is so important for a man because it really gives him the chance to be able to show his best. It really gives him the chance to be able to evolve, see things differently. Since I was little, have particularly had a certain type of challenge journey. And it wasn't always for me guns and, you know, like this army versus that army. It wasn't like on video games. It was like me loving war games. I didn't actually like that shit. I actually like different stuff, like, you know, the challenge of being able to think faster in school, or I love the challenge of being able to run faster. And these were my challenges that I was going through. And I started to see that different men have different challenges when they're walking down this journey of discovering how their masculinity is expressed. And every man tends to express it differently. Some men may actually love the challenge of working at an art and then mastering that art. Some men may love the challenge of going to school and really dedicating themselves to their studies, and then going into their job and every day being challenged by the fact that, okay, I got to get this precise, and if I don't get this precise, then something's going to go bad. Challenges show up very differently for everybody. So you want to see, okay, what is the way that challenge shows up for me? And how can I continue to allow challenge to evolve me? And the sad thing is that if you're a man who really wants life in this most grandiose form, you must be willing to challenge yourself consistently. And the challenging is every part of your life, because the moment you settle down, you'll start to dwindle. That skill or that thing that you've been working toward, it'll start to dwindle in some way. If I think about the times in my life where I've been challenged the most, it's been with me expressing who I am. And this challenge is something I'm up against every single day. It doesn't go away. And it's been the challenge that I've struggled with from when I was little all the way into now. And that's the challenge to me where I put all my focus on. How am I being in this moment? Am I being the full expression of myself? Am I holding back? Am I allowing my fear to get in the way? And my frustrations along this path have been tremendous, man. I remember yelling at myself, and I was telling someone today that, man, I was yelling at myself, like, why can't I just express myself? Why can't I just say this thing? Why can't I just say the thing that I want to the girl? Why can't I just look at her in the eyes and hold it? I remember I used to have all these things. Why can't I just express myself in a direct way? Why can't I just be clear? And all these frustrations, man, I had to go through these moments of challenge. So I had to keep going through it and going through it and going through it. And it taught me so much. And I wouldn't be the man that I am today without all these challenges. So you guys are thinking like, okay, man, challenge is great. How can I start to let challenge show up in my life? How can I start to be a man who challenges himself and not just doing it for the sake of freedom? Here's how you do it. You allow yourself to see, what is it right now in my life that's challenging me most? What is challenging you? What do you feel is your greatest fear? What do you feel is your greatest... The best way to say it is fear. What is stopping you? This is really an indicator to how and where do you need to challenge yourself next. And me being a person who firmly believes in challenging yourself and challenging oneself to be at one's peak, I'm in this all the time. I mean, making this video was a challenge for me. I mean, I struggle with, okay, I know that I'm going into workshop for the next 4 days, and all day I'll be on workshop. How am I going to be able to record 3 more videos? And I'm like, if I do one tonight, then I can have 2 days where I don't have to have as much stress around recording 3 more videos. Okay, if I do one not today and I chill and I just do one for the next 3 days, that means that I have to think about this, and maybe tonight I need to take a break. And I had to go through the challenge in my mind of what do I want to do, and I don't feel like it, and maybe this is not the right time. Going through this inside of myself is a challenge. It is. It's something I had to overcome. And I had to get to, okay, what's the thing that I know that I need to do? I know that I need to do this for the guys. I know I need to. I know I need to do this for the guys, because if I don't do this for the guys, that means that they won't get the videos. They mean if they don't get the videos, that means that I'm not upholding my end of what I've told you guys. It is very important for me to put out fucking 4 videos during my week of coaching and 5 videos on my week of not coaching. That is very, very important to me. And if I wasn't to do it, I would be on my own like grief. It like makes me feel bad. It really, really makes me feel bad. It does. Because I know that if I don't keep my integrity to myself, that I will completely start to feel like I'm a loser. I'll feel like I'm nothing. This is actually the thing that go through me. That's how important it is for me to keep my word to you guys. Because I know this is so much in alignment with what it is that I believe in, that if I was to not do it, I totally feel like I'm giving up on you. That I'll just feel like I'm totally giving up on you. Even if I don't do one video, I feel like I'm giving up on you. And I'm not willing to have that. So, where are you challenged right now? Where do you feel like in your life right now you need to start to uphold and fall in love with the challenge of whatever it is that is? Fall in love with it. Start to look at it in a very different way. Many people view challenge as, oh God, just another thing. Oh fuck, I'm doing something else that's going to challenge me. When you're looking at it like that, you'll never be able to really get the juice and the energetic life from it that you need. It gives you so much life as a man to go out there and find the things that challenges you and move through them. So I want you to start to look at your life and start to set up, how can I start to fall in love with this challenge? So if we have to bring it around women, of course, what am I afraid of right now with women? Am I afraid of walking up to women that I found myself really attracted to? Am I afraid of going for the kiss? Am I afraid of going for the number? Am I afraid of that moment where we need to get in a cab to go to my house? And I'm afraid of taking that action. You know what? I'm afraid of just asking her to go on an instant date right now. I'm afraid of just staying there after the moment I ask her a question and she gives me something back. I'm afraid that I may run out of things to say. Where are you afraid? Where do you feel challenged? Where in seduction do you feel challenged by a situation? And now what I want you to do is to go there and I want you to set up situations that challenge you. And when you set up these situations that challenge you, what you'll notice is they start to lose their charge and you start to become bigger than that situation that challenged you. This is the beautiful thing about challenging yourself and setting up challenges and doing things to be able to give yourself the chance to break free. To go to a new level in yourself. Challenges will show up, and especially when you're talking to women, challenges are always showing up. That's everything from when I get the girl to, is she going to text me back, to that last girl didn't text me back. The challenge of being able to sit in the tension of it. It's so many of them. It is. Look at, where am I challenged right now? Where am I completely challenged? Is it just my mindsets? Do I have mindsets that are not benefiting me? And if they're not benefiting you, what I would say is challenge yourself to think better. Challenge yourself to reroute your thoughts. One of the things that I do, and I'm doing consistently right now, is every time I think about something bad, I immediately cut it and I say, I only think about things that make me feel good, and this moment makes me feel the best. I keep doing this, and what happens is that it keeps me in this very content mood, because something that may happen to people, and even me and anybody you know, is that you may think a thought and then other thoughts come in, and then you go into a fucking spiral of like, oh my God, I'm in this whirlwind of fucking chaos, and you feel bad. So the reason why thoughts are so fucking bad is because of the feelings that are attached to them. If thoughts didn't have feelings attached to them, we actually wouldn't even care about thoughts. But we know that thoughts have feelings attached to them most of the time, so we feel that our thoughts are us. So it's like the thought is there, we feel the feeling inside of us, so we go, fuck, that is me. No, it's not you. And as many people have told you, your thoughts are not you. But we believe it so much. So is it your mindset that you need to work on? Is it that when you walk up to a girl, you freak out immediately and you walk away? Is it that you are in conversation and when you feel yourself run out of things to say, you freak out? Where are you challenged right now when you're talking to women? And when you find the exact point where you're challenged, now you need to allow yourself to focus in on that and go, all right, I'm going to emphasize this. Whatever this thing is, I'm just going to emphasize this today. If it's conversation and you're like, I'm running out of things to say, emphasize silence, because silence is where something new can arise. So you don't want to go, all right, today I'm going to focus on conversation, because if you just focus on conversation, you'll go in with too much stress on yourself. That's why I say emphasize, which means that you have the whole interaction, but you just emphasize this part, which means that you put more light on this part. And as you put more light on this part, you can allow your brain to go, okay, I'm going to have a full interaction with the woman, but this is the thing that I'm going to allow myself to just zone in on more. I'm going to put more emphasis on this part. So in the conversation, if I feel like I'm a person that's running out of things to say as I'm talking to a girl, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on what happens when I sit in silence. If I run out of things to say, I know that, if you've been watching my videos, I know that the best thing to do is to be okay that I've run out of things to say. That is the best thing you can do. Because if you try to have conversation when you run out of things to say, you are doing that just to please the woman. You're not really coming from what's true for you. You're just doing it so you don't lose the woman's attention. But what's crazy is that silence in itself has a beautiful anticipation to it. Like I've told you in my video of never running out of things to say, it has amazing anticipation to it. So it's not like the woman will walk away. Sometimes she may feel strange about it and want to walk away or feel the need to, like, okay, get out of this situation because it feels so fucking foreign. But I'm going to emphasize what happens when I stay in silence. So emphasize silence. You allow yourself to go, I'm afraid of running out of things to say. What happens when you run out of things to say and you just sit there? Or you just stay there, or you just stand in front of the girl. Notice that she will fill the space. And that challenge that you were currently challenged by, it loses its charge. So now you've broken through to a new level. Now you can allow a new challenge to come up. Now you can enjoy it in a different way. So what is this whole video about? Falling in love with challenge, because challenge is what's going to bring the best of you to the surface. Find out what you're challenged by. If it's the approach specifically, like I'm afraid of talking to women, the challenge is the leap of faith. It's the moment where you see the girl. And if you, of course, as I always say, if you've been watching my videos, you look at the woman and you're being obvious. One of the things I was teaching a student the other day is when you're in front of a woman, be obvious to your desire. What is that like for you? What is that like when you're standing in front of a woman and you like her and you're just being obvious to the fact that you do? You're standing and you face her and you just look at her and you allow yourself to take her in fully, maybe head to toe. And you just feel, what do you actually feel independent of the fear? Because the fear is just shit that comes up. But what do you really feel underneath that? As you quiet yourself on the inside, as you come to your breath and you move your awareness to your feet, what do you really feel on the inside? And maybe it feels strange when you first do this, but you got to start allowing approaches to be different for you by changing the experience within yourself. Now, there's no magical thing behind, okay, when you go approach a girl, this is the magic things you do to now get over the fear of going to approach. Literally, the thing that you need to do is to first go speak to a woman and only rely on truth. This is what I would say the easiest way for you to learn how to approach is to rely on what's true for you or what is the truth and go up and say that. I don't care if you go up and you say a clunky, but at least you're coming from truth when you go up, because truth grounds you. Every situation I remember that I go in, or I do go in now, that's really, really scary, or like I'm not scared about situations like I used to be, but I remember when I used to be so scared going into situations that were new, I would only rely on what's true for me in that moment. So when I'm walking up to the girl, I would be like, all right, I'm so scared to talk to her because I know that she's with her mom, but I'm just going to rely on truth. I'm just going to say what is the truth for me. And maybe it comes across clunky, but I'm just going to do that. And I went up and I'm like, excuse me, guys. I know this is so strange, but I think that your daughter looks very, very sexy. And maybe that come across where I'm like, all right, saying sexy to the mom while she's in front of her daughter sometimes may be triggering in certain countries. Like in America, it was really triggering for the mom, but the mom really didn't like it. And I said it very few times because I learned very quickly, because I was like, all right, the mom didn't respond well to that. So you know what? I'm going to try to scale back on the potency of the compliment. And I'm just going to still tell her what's true for me, but I'm going to scale back. And I started going in and I started saying, excuse me, is this your sister? And it started to become a little bit more playful. And then she would go, no, it's not. And I go, all right, well, I just think your daughter looks so amazing. And that's how I felt. And maybe I felt she was sexy, but then I was like, all right, what else do I feel about her? Because I know if I say sexy, sometimes it's very triggering to the mom. So I'll say something that it's not so triggering, but it's still the truth for me. And I did that. So I started to teach myself in these things that I'm challenged by, how can I start to do better? And I fell in love with it. And I fell in love with it so much that I started doing approaches on just hard shit. Like I would do families, and I would do guys with girls, and then I would do big sets of girls. And I would keep doing all these hard things. And I got addicted actually to the challenge of, fuck, all right, this is challenging, but I'm going to do it. And in many ways that was amazing, but in many ways, you know, it left me one-sided because I got addicted to the approach. So you don't want to get addicted to the approach. So what I want you to do is go up to the girl and just rely on truth. Let's say if it's the approach. So these are easy ways. And of course, if you came in person and coach with me, it'll be very different in the way I would teach you, because it'll be specific to what I can see in your body and how I can see, you know, where does the energy move in your body and how can you open through that moment. But in any situation that you are experiencing fear, this is the moment where, okay, you are challenged. And now the thing is, how can I set up a challenge for me to break through? As you start to say to yourself, okay, how can I start to, you know, set up challenge in a way where I can completely, I'm trying to look this way because the fucking sun is on me, so I can completely make this journey just everlastingly beautiful, everlastingly wonderful. What I would say is, on paper, because I actually hate technology as far as like using things like missions and stuff. I mean, I do it sometimes, but I don't like it. See, okay, how can I set up this situation for myself? How can I look at what are the things that I really want to learn and break through to? What do I want to set up as a challenge for me? And then go do it. That's really the thing about it. It's like, what are the things that are really challenging me? And then go do it. Men actually love challenge, because once you start doing this and you break free through, you start to get the association like I have, that every time I challenge myself, something good will happen. That is what you really want from this. I would actually hate challenge if nothing good came from it. I would hate it. But you know, one thing I know is when you challenge yourself, something good will come from it. The reason why is because you learn. This is something that I've definitely come to within myself, is that if I consistently push towards something, even if it's hard, even if I don't want to do it, I will learn something from this. And that has brought me so much peace on the inside with challenge. So right now I'm challenging myself by being open when I'm in front of women. And I'm really challenging myself, like, what is it like when I'm in front of a woman? I allow myself to be complete openness. And this is some, of course, for me specifically, but what is it like? And I found that, you know, the challenge is, there's times where I want to close down because maybe the girl gives me a behavior. Or there's times where the girl says something and I just have to locate what the tension is in my body and relax it. So it's been a everlasting, ever unfolding thing for me as well. So as much as you guys are unfolding in your own way, I am as well, because as a seducer and a man who has choice and a man who's also with a woman, I am always challenging myself. With my woman, I challenge myself all the time. I do. And as much as we love each other, it's like we're always challenging each other. So I'm always finding challenge within everything that I do, and I'm always breaking through because I'm breaking through and being free, because I know that challenge leads to something amazing. This is what I want you guys to understand, that it leads always to what you want, and it might not be in a way that you expect it to be, but it will be in the way that's most perfect for you specifically. So, challenge is what men love, and once a man falls in love with challenge, he falls in love with freedom. This is Tony Solo for The Natural Lifestyle saying, please click the link below. That is where you will get the free Meet to Bed series. I talk about the situation from meeting a girl and on the street to going on a date to bringing her home, and how to do that whole journey in a very simplistic way. So this is your boy saying that I'm out.